after enjoying a 2 hours and 50 minutes of ride on the Shinkansen, Japanese famous bullet train, we travel approximately 515 kilometers from Shinagawa Station in Tokyo to Osaka Station in Osaka, where the second half of our Japan trip begins. If you'd like to see what we did during our time in Tokyo, don't forget to check out our previous episode. We arrived at Nagahoribashi Station around 2 in the afternoon, still 2 hours away from our Airbnb check-in, so we decided to have lunch at this Tonkatsu Wako, a restaurant conveniently located inside the Nagahoribashi Station, which famously serving tonkatsu, a popular Japanese dish that consists of a breaded, deep-fried pork cutlet. The tonkatsu was really tasty and perfectly crispy. Every bite was simply delightful. The chawanmushi was silky smooth and the miso soup was rich in flavor. After getting settled in our Airbnb, we went out to check out the nearest landmark. It was just under 1 kilometer away, the famous Shinsaibashi. Shinsaibashi is one of Osaka's most famous shopping and entertainment districts, where you can find everything from the high-end international brands like Gucci and Chanel to popular Japanese stores like Uniqlo and Daiso. The street is always lively, filled with both local and tourists. Neon lights and music fill the air, perfectly capturing the vibrant Osaka vibe. And we spotted the iconic Dotonbori Glico sign, a giant neon billboard symbolizing the vibrant spirit of Osaka. The sign, originally installed in 1935 by the Glico Candy Company, features a runner crossing a finish line, representing health, energy, and the spirit of Osaka. Walking along Dotonbori, we spotted plenty of restaurants with eye-catching 3D signboards, many featuring huge sculptures, which made strolling down the street even more exciting. For dinner, we headed to the famous Kanidoraku, best known for its delicious crab dishes. We ordered a tenku set, which came with crab sashimi, crab shabu shabu, and chawanmushi with crab. The chawanmushi was incredibly silky smooth and full of flavor. Love the crab sashimi. It was so fresh, juicy, and melt in your mouth delicious. After we finish, the waitress poured rice and egg into the leftover shabu shabu broth, turning it into a delicious seafood flavor porridge. And we wrap up our delicious dinner with ice cream drizzled with rich matcha sauce. Good morning. So today is our second day in Osaka, and today we're not going to be browsing around Osaka. We'll be heading to the original capital city of Japan, Kyoto. So let's go now. We'll be heading to Osaka Umade station, catch a train, roughly 1 hour to reach Kyoto. Okay, see you later. Bye-bye. We took the Kyo train Karaku, a special themed train to Kyoto, and after about an hour, we arrived in the city, once Japan's capital for over 1,000 years before it was moved to Tokyo. And then we took a Kyoto metro train to Fushimi Inari Station to visit the iconic Fushimi Inari Taisha. Fushimi Inari Taisha is one of Japan's most iconic and important Shinto shrines, and also the oldest in Kyoto. Dating back to 711 AD, the shrine is dedicated to Inari, the Shinto god of rice, prosperity, and business. We noticed many fox statues around the shrine. From my research, they are considered the messenger of Inari, often depicted holding a key that symbolized the rice granary. Of course, we visited the famous path of the Red Torii Gates, winding beautifully up Mount Inari. We settled our lunch at the street food stall just outside Fushimi Inari Taisha. There's so many tempting choices, like potato tornado, takoyaki, grilled Kobe beef, chicken karage, and an amazing giant Japanese prawn cracker. We headed to another famous shrine in Kyoto, the Kiyomizu Dera, which required a 1.4 kilometers uphill walk, about 80 meters in elevation from Kiyomizu Gojo Station. It was an extremely hot and sunny day. The climb was tough but absolutely worth it for the stunning view of the temple. The fun fact is Kiyomizu Dera was founded in 778 AD, and it was built without a single nail, and its massive wooden stage has stood strong through centuries of earthquakes. Truthfully timeless. Apart from the majestic shrine itself, we also enjoyed the breathtaking view of the Kyoto city from the top. It was truly tremendous. We enjoyed strolling through the shopping street of Matsubara Street, filled with traditional wooden machiya house, tea shops, local craft stores, and quiet temples. Truly one of the best places to experience the charm of old Japan. The street was so charming and picturesque. We came across Gokako Cafe, a cafe famous for its matcha. Of course, we couldn't skip it. And we tried the Japanese famous dessert, the mochi. walking around Higashiyama Ward truly felt like stepping back in time. Surrounded by traditional wooden houses and small shops along the narrow streets and alley, we could really feel the nostalgic charm of old Kyoto. At the end of the street, we arrived at Yasaka Shrine, another iconic spot in Kyoto known for its long and storied history. As one of the oldest Shinto shrines in the city, dating back to around 656 AD, it is dedicated to Susanoo no Mikoto, the god of storms and protection. The shrine is also famous for hosting the Gionmachi, one of Japan's biggest and oldest festivals, held every July, a celebration that truly brings Kyoto tradition to life. After a long day of walking, we headed to Kyoto Takashimaya Shopping Center to cool down and enjoy some air conditioning. Inside, we stumbled upon a section filled with toys and model displays. My childhood favorite Tamiya cars, Naruto characters, Gundam, Dragon Balls, One Piece and many others. We wrap up our day in Kyoto with a sushi train dinner at Kura Sushi Plus, a popular sushi train in Japan known for its fun conveyor belt system and fresh, delicious sushi.
Osaka.
Today we're going to be browsing around some spot in Osaka. Today is not a good weather, it's raining, but hopefully it turns the weather into a cooler day and it's not that sunny. Because yesterday was very hot in Kyoto. Alright, let's keep going. We kick off our third day in Osaka with a udon breakfast at Matsuya in Ebisuhigashi, a tiny store tucked inside Janjan Yokocho, an alleyway full of restaurants. It is more like a fast food udon spot. You order, slurp your noodles by standing up, and move on. There's no time and seat to chat after your meal, perfectly capturing the Japanese working day vibe of a quick breakfast before heading to work. The udon noodles were so delicious. The broth was full of flavor and surprisingly, the tempura stayed crunchily even after soaking in the soup for a while. Walking along Tsutenkaku Minami Street after our delightful breakfast, we made our way to another iconic Osaka landmark, the Tsutenkaku Tower. Standing at 103 meters tall, its name literally means tower reaching heaven, and it truly lives up to the name. From the sky deck, the view was simply magical. The city stretches endlessly beneath us. A blend of old streets and modern buildings come alive under the soft morning light. This tower carries a fascinating history that reflects Osaka's spirit of resilience and fun. The original tower was built in 1912 during the Taisho era and was connected to the Lunar Park. However, during the World War II, the tower was dismantled for metal. The current tower is rebuilt in 1956, taller and stronger than before, standing proudly as a symbol of Osaka recovery and the vibrant soul of Shinsaibashi history. Inside the tower, we also learned about Izaki Glico, a famous Japanese food company founded in 1922. There was interesting information about the evolution of the Glico site in Dotonbori, as well as the major product released from the company throughout different eras. Of course, how could we miss out buying Pocky as souvenir? Glico most famous product. It is thin biscuit sticks coated in chocolate or other delicious flavors. There are so many unique flavors in Japan that we never seen in Australia. Truly fascinating. After visiting the Tsutenkaku Tower, we walked about 20 minutes to the Shitennō-ji, another famous Buddhist temple. This Shitennō-ji temple is one of Japan's oldest and most historically significant Buddhist temple, founded in 593 AD. The name Shitennō refers to the four heavenly kings, guardian deities of Buddhism who protect the world from evil. And we finally visited the shrine I have been most looking forward to on this Japan trip, the Namba Yasaka Jinja. For me, it is one of the most unique and eye-catching shrines in Osaka, thanks to its giant lion-shaped stage with a massive open mouth, believed to swallow evil spirits and bring good luck. Compared to the other famous shrine and temples in Osaka, Namba Yasaka Jinja is relatively young. Founded in 1132, yet it feels truly special. Definitely a perfect spot for a memorable photo. We stopped for a late lunch at this Yayoken Namba Motomachi, filling up before heading to the activity we have been most excited for in Osaka. We headed to sumo restaurant Ochizumibeya, a sumo-themed restaurant owned by Konishiki Yasukichi, a retired professional sumo wrestler from Hawaii. It is one of the most famous non-Japanese sumo wrestlers in history. These were the size of Konishiki Yasukichi's clothes, and his massive underwear, his geta, traditional Japanese footwear made from wood. Today, we have 4 sumo wrestler performers entertaining us. They started by warming up, then show us how flexible were they. Then they show us some basic sumo techniques. They also explain how a sumo wrestler is considered to lose a match.
The most crew, ring out. So that includes your hands. Once the match is started, if you do put your hands to the ground, you lose. Next, even your knees. Even if your knees touch the ground, you also lose.
They also show us which moves are prohibited in a sumo match, giving a fun insight into the rules. Like punching is prohibited. No kicking. You can't grab your opponent's hair. You are not allowed to remove opponent's mawashi too. And then the exhibition match begins. even got the chance to wear a sumo costume and wrestle with one of the sumo wrestlers. He was incredibly strong. I couldn't move him at all. And then he chucked me and I rolled on the floor. But it was such a fun and unforgettable experience. For dinner, we went all the way back to Dotonbori to try famous Kobe beef restaurant, Showa Horomon Wagyu plus Dotonbori 10. Alright, this is the moment I have been waiting for. Real Kobe beef, one of Japan's most luxury and world-renowned, known for its beautiful marbling, tenderness and rich flavor that just melt in your mouth. We ordered the Kobe beef premium set, which we got to char grill ourselves. The aroma was incredible, smoky and mouth-watering. The beef ribs, cut from the spare rib, were flavorful but a bit chewy. But the premium Kobe and Lyon were on another level, especially the Lyon. So tender, it literally melted in my mouth. We also added a seafood platter, which made the meal even better. A delicious dinner at a reasonable price. The perfect way to wrap up our day in Osaka. A new day, a new adventure. We spent the whole day at Universal Studios of Japan, one of Osaka's biggest and most exciting attractions. This was the second Universal Studio we visited since the one in Singapore. The moment we stepped in, the energy was incredible. Music, laughter, and the smell of popcorns everywhere. It truly feels like stepping right into the movie world.
It's me, Mario!
As a big fan of Super Mario, we choose to get into the Super Mario Nintendo World first. Stepping into Super Nintendo World feels like walking straight into the Super Mario game. It is absolutely mind-blowing. The whole area is bursting with bright colors, moving coins, spinning shells, and cheerful Mario music playing all around. Everywhere you look, there's something familiar. It's like the game came to life. We even got to wear the power-up band, which lead you to punch blocks, collect virtual coins, and interact with the world just like in the game. Super Nintendo World is truly a must-visit, not just for gamers, but for anyone who wants to feel like a kid again. And then we have our lunch at Kinopio's Cafe, the cutest restaurant inside Super Nintendo World. We tried some of their Super Mario themed signature dishes. Everything looked absolutely adorable. But the taste, I would say just acceptable. We also stopped by the Super Mario merchandise shop, browsing around and hunting for souvenirs. It was another level of fun. Everywhere we looked, there were adorable Mario themed items. Honestly, I want to bring them all home. And guess what? The world of Despicable Me. And here's Gru. And of course, minions everywhere. The whole area was bursting with energy. Those little yellow troublemakers were all over the place, making it such a fun and cheerful spot to explore. Little corner dedicated to one of our favorite childhood cartoons, Snoopy. The world's most famous beagle has its own cute area here, with some gentle family rides and a merchandise shop filled with adorable Snoopy goodies to browse through. It's simple, nostalgic, and so heartwarming. Halloween was in the air! On our way out, we caught the Halloween-themed parade. It was lively, colorful, and full of energy. So today is our second last day in Japan. Today we explore somewhere outside Osaka and we travel all the way to Nara, known as one of the oldest city in Japan, known as the first capital city in the whole Japan. Our first stop in Nara was Nakatanido, a famous yomogi mochi shop. It was already busy even in the early morning. The shop is also best known for its super fast mochi pounding show. They pound the mochi with lightning speed and perfect rhythm, which was truly impressive to watch. Of course, we couldn't leave without trying it. The mochi was soft, chewy, and filled with sweet red bean paste. Warm, fragrant, and absolutely delicious. Definitely a must try when visiting Nara. Our next stop was the short few minutes walk away Kōfuku-ji, one of Nara's most iconic landmarks. Originally built over 1300 years ago, it was once part of the powerful Fujiwara family's temple complex. And while we're exploring the temple, we got distracted by the deer wandering around. Seeing deer in the Nara area is very common. They are considered sacred messengers of the god in Shinto belief. These friendly deer are so used to people, some even bow to you, especially if you have deer crackers in hand. It was such a fun and adorable experience feeding them. Thought a few got a little cheeky and impatient when waiting for food. Walking through Nara Park, we arrived at Yasaka Taisha Shrine, one of Nara's most beautiful and historical significant Shinto shrines. Founded in 8th century, it's famous for its thousands of stones and bronze lanterns lining in the pathway and hanging around the shrine grounds. Surrounded by ancient forests, the shrine feels peaceful and spiritual. A perfect place to slow down and soak in Nara traditional charm. final and most anticipated stop in Nara was Tōdai-ji Temple, one of Japan's most iconic and historical important temples. Also originally built in the 8th century, it's the home to the Great Buddha Hall, which houses one of the largest bronze Buddha statue in the world. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to go inside to see the Buddha statue, which gives us a great excuse to visit Nara again next time. Arriving back from Nara, we grabbed some small snacks at Namba station. There were plenty of little food stalls around, perfect for a quick and tasty bite. Then we took a walk back to Shinsaibashi for our final round of shopping, from local boutiques to big international brands. The variety was amazing. We ended up buying heaps of goodies, and honestly, many were so much cheaper than in Australia. I was especially excited to spot shops filled with the figures and models of my favorite childhood manga characters. It really brought back so many memories. For dinner, we decided to tick off one last item on my Japan food bucket list: omurice, the classic Japanese omelette rice. We found this small store called Dear Bros, and even though it wasn't the fancy type where the egg split open and flow over the rice, their version was absolutely delicious. Simple, comforting, and full of flavor.
Very good.
So good.
Karage or karate?
Karage.
Very juicy, right?
Good.
How's that? And here are some of our travel loads from Japan. Souvenirs and snacks we couldn't resist to bring home from the past few days. Hi everyone, today is our last day in our Japan trip, and now I will be visiting the final landmark of this trip, the Osaka Castle, before we head to airport and depart back to Melbourne. These were the castle wall of the Osaka Castle, all built by stacking massive stones together, an incredible display of craftsmanship and strength from the century ago. Osaka Castle stands as a true symbol of power, resilience, and beauty. Originally built in 1583 by Toyotomi Hideyoshi, one of Japan's greatest unifier, it played a major role in Japan's samurai history. The current structure was reconstructed in 1931 and now serves as a modern museum, showcasing the story of the castle, the history of Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and the Samurai War. And when we reach the top floor, we enjoy the breathtaking panoramic view of Osaka City, where the beauty of the history meets the energy of modern life. And we spotted the land spot of Hoyenzaka warehouse. They were large elevated floor storage buildings built in the late 5th centuries. Archaeologists discovered 16 warehouses arranged neatly, each about 6 meters by 9 meters in size, supported by multiple posts and featuring an Irimoya roof style. They were believed to have been built in the same Greek king who constructed the large tumuli in Mozu and Uruichi, symbolizing his power and authority. Since this was our last day in Osaka, we checked out from our accommodation and stored our luggage in the station lockers before visiting Osaka Castle. Now we are retrieving them before heading to the airport. These lockers are super convenient, perfect for when you can't check in yet or need to explore after checking out without carrying heavy bags. But make sure to check the station website beforehand to see the locker availability and size. It will save you a lot of hassle when you arrive. And beware, some of them are only taking coins. Alright, before ending this episode, here are some tips from me to make your Japan trip smoother and more enjoyable. Firstly, plan your trip well. Japan has many landmarks close together, so group them by area to save travel time. Google Map is very helpful. Secondly, understand the train system. Learn which line to take and note the station name in both English and Japanese. Some lines are run by different companies and may require extra walking. Google Map is very helpful on this too. Thirdly, avoid heavy luggage on train. Many train stations lack escalator or lifts, so take a taxi when arriving or heading to airport. Fourth, use Google Translate. Super handy for chatting with locals who don't speak English. You can even translate spoken Japanese in real time. Fifth, book with Klook. Great for discount ticket, passes and experience. 6. Get a Japan eSIM. You need mobile data for maps, translation, and train schedule. 7. Carry some cash. Even though Japan is a developed country, many small shops and local spots still don't accept credit cards. Having some yen on hand can really save you from unnecessary hassle. 8. Mind your manners. Don't talk loudly in public or on trains. Avoid taking public transport during peak hours unless you want to experience being squeezed like sardine, and always be respectful at temple or shrine. While visiting the temple and shrines, dress modestly, keep your voice down, and never climb, lean or sit on a sacred structure like torii gates, statues, or the temple stairs. Such actions are seen as highly disrespectful to Japanese culture and tradition. So hope these little tips help you to make your trip smoother and unforgettable.
Watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the like and share out. Leave a comment if you have any feedback for us. I see you next time. Boom.